Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? It's me, Paddy from across the Shuck, and suppose I'll open with an apology. I haven't done a lot of open tags recently. I've just had so many knives that I've had coming in, and I just haven't got round to it. But I thought Baxter's Blade put a tag out quite a while ago now. It shows your orange knives, and at the time I didn't have many, but they've increased since he actually started that video. So I thought I'll do the both today. I'll do the orange one, and the new one that's out is they show us your green knives. And I've got a few of them. So this is not going to be I'm not going to hang about talking about the knives. There's reviews on quite a few of them down here back in the channel if you want to see them. But there's a lot more reviews to come from here that I haven't actually got round to yet. So we'll start with the oranges. That was the first one. And here I've got one of my prettiest little knives. And this is the case. I can't even think what this is called. Peanut. The case Peanut. I am daft as a brush. It's a little two-bladed penknife. So you have a lovely little skinny clip. And I do use this and carry it. I think it's a lovely fifth pocket knife. Absolutely fantastic. The next one is my smallest GEC. This is a number 14 model. This is single-bladed clip point. This has been used. And this is like a burnt orange. But it's an absolutely beautiful little knife. Do you know what I like about it most of all? Is this beautiful saw cut. I know it's very clean looking, but I really like that in the knife, and it feels lovely. And it's a TC Barlow, and I'm happy to have it back in my collection. Then we're going to have a run of Rosecrafts, because all sort of started with this, which was the Barlow. I like a Barlow. This one has a sheep's foot sort of a blade on it. Rosecraft on the Barlow and on the bolster itself, which elevates above everything else, because I do love my Barlows and the bolster. I have a separate collection for them. And then the next one, and probably the prettiest Barlow so far from Rosecraft for me, is this beauty. Isn't that just a gorgeous knife? Beautiful big fat clip point and a beautifully jigged. Look at that. Isn't that just stunning? The work gone into that for all the price this knife is. I mean, it's just a beautiful Barlow. Beautiful. And then this one has just come in this week. And this is the Coke bottle shape. The swell center Coke bottle shape. And this is just a single bladed, which I just love Rosecraft are doing single blades. Look at that lovely long clip. The swedge just really it just makes it look like a big fat blade on what is quite a skinny knife, but it just looks gorgeous. And it's a full 4-finger grip. Same size as the boy's knife, the 15 boy's knife, which is one of my favourite knives. Listen to that. Oh, it's immaculate. Immaculate. I absolutely adore it. And then next we have a Russell Barlow. It's one of two Russell Barlows we got. This one was made by Schrade, two-bladed clip and a pen, and you can see on there it was from their anniversary from 1875 until 1975. Yeah, 100-year-old. So back from 1975, but in mint condition. Mint condition. Love it. And then this is one I don't even know if in fact, I'm sure you haven't seen this one. This one's a burnt orange. You can see that it's beautifully done. Look at that. Beautifully burnt orange on that. This is a Shatton Morgan. Again, in mint condition. And this was one of 100. But a beautiful, and again, you got that bolster which elevates it. And there's your cornerstone there. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful knife. So we'll move them all out of the way, and then we'll concentrate on the green ones. Told you it was going to be quick, no hanging about here. So we'll have, more green than I had orange, which is probably the right way it should be for a good old Irishman, an Ulsterman. Here we go. There's a lovely little shamrock, green shamrock. This was given to me by somebody, and for the love of it, probably Dan. I would say it's probably Dan that gave it to me. Just a little classic with a shamrock on it. Lovely little knife. I really enjoy having that. And then we're going to go to a fancy one that I've just got recently. This is from the Edgington Group. And this is the Barlow. It was commemoration. Oh Can't remember what it was for now. This is number 21. These are just been made in the year 2024 because it was the 800th anniversary of the Cutlers Association. Something like that. I can't remember it off the top of my head. But look at that. I think it looks like a curly birch but dyed, and it is just beautiful. Beautiful knife. And there we have the cross swords on there. A lovely knife to have in my collection. Loving that. The next is a little Remington, just a penknife, like a serpentine shaped penknife. You have again a lovely clip, and that's a nice clip, isn't it? Very narrow here and swelling out. I love that. Really nice little clip. It's only a small knife. I think it's just under 3 inches closed, but beautiful knife. The snap was gorgeous. And again, this isn't a, it's not old, but it's, somewhere in between. It's a really beautifully made knife. And then a Rough Rider. And this is a Stockman. You got the usual Stockman blade. Started with a clip. Unusual looking clip. I think it's a cross looking eye that you would see in a picture. That side and one on the other side. But that's just me. I see all sorts of things. Then you have your sheep's foot and you have the spay. Nice little spay on that one. But a lovely, really well put together knife. As usual, look at that from Rough Rider. The Gateway to Madness. And then this is a marbles. And this is the Hidden Tang, not cobra. What's that bloody snake called? Copperhead. This is see the way I remind myself? This is the Copperhead in beautifully jigged bone, green bone, genuine bone. And let me tell you, that's some of the best jigged bone I've seen. Beautiful. The shield's a bit of a cheapy looking shield, if you don't mind me saying that. But the jigging just wins it for me. Beautiful knife. Beautiful knife. This is another new one. I haven't done a full review on this. This is the little native with these lovely camo carbon scales. But green is the majority of the colour in them. And I've just put it in because it's a beautiful little knife. Beautiful little knife. Small, but can do anything in a day that you want to do. And listen to that. This is one of my nicest blades for listening to. I'll shut up. Oh, that is just gorgeous. I love this knife. I love it. And then we're going to a Swiss Army knife. I think this is a Super Tinker. It has the scissors. It has, does it have a, it's got scissors, knives, all sorts of things on there. And then the back you've got screwdriver, parcel hook, and a owl in the back of it. But this is in green green scales. God help me. I really am a silly old fool. I keep meaning to write it down. I actually bought myself a board to write things down. Look at this. I have a board bought and everything, and I forgot to bloody write things down. Micarta. There we go. Really nice micarta on that. Really lovely knife. Makes it, really gives it. And it's got the special scales where it has the pen as well. The little pen, which is always useful. I love having a pen with me, even though I don't use them. Take care. And this is, I think this is the Obadiah. This is one of the newer models from Rosecraft. This is beautiful. It has a skull on it. And I love the fact they're changing their scales, or their shields. This is the skull off Andy's logo. And if you don't know Andy, he's the general manager and designer of the slip joints. But look at that. That is a lovely little skull put on there. This is a big knife. Well, I'm saying it's big, but, in reality, it's about 4¼ yeah, somewhere around that 4¼ handle, which gives me a beautiful, I have a large hands, completely covered, but a lovely big fat drop point clip. I think we're going to go with clip. But a beautifully big, lovely fat blade on it, which goes with the size of the knife. Do you know what I mean? Great worker, but so comfortable in the hand. It gives you that straightforward poking motion. Very nice. Listen to this. They're just amazing. And then one of my favourite knives. Well, these last two are two of my favourite knives. Full stop. And they're both working knives, which maybe says something about me. I have my number 71. Great pull on this. Love this. This is my do anything knife. I absolutely love this knife. It's so comfortable. Again, it's just perfect for a 4-finger grip for a large hand, and a great steel on it, 1095 steel. Listen to that, solid as a rock. And then my first and proper grill knife, because I never thought I would have one in my collection. At the time, it was way above anything I ever had. And I've said it a million times, Jeff Jewell, who's the best sharpener in the world, sent this to me, and I'll never forget it. I'll never forget him or this knife, because I have loved it since the day and hour I got it. It is just beautiful, razor sharp. Mainly because, you know, I did in the beginning, but I don't use it that much now. So much choice now. But this has just got the most gorgeous edge on it. Really has. Lovely. I love the aluminium more than anything else. I've had other ones, and but the aluminium is the knife for me. And that's the end of my collection. Or is it? It's not, because for my green knives, I'm going to put little PPP in as a green knife. He even has a wee bit of orange in him. So there you go. That's going to go in there. But I love this knife so much. And this is to shut the people up who keep saying, you're a shell, you get your knives for nothing. Yes, Mr. Medford kindly sent me this knife to review, and I just love it. This is the ASK knife, which stands for the American Service Knife. Changed my way of carrying knives, because this is in my left-hand pocket more than any other knife. It's that good. I love it. This has got S45VN blade steel in this. I'll just show you and it's got the most beautiful blade that'll do anything. It really is. It's nearly like a spear point, but a drop point. It's got everything. I love that blade. Really good. Heat treatment, fantastic. I love it so much, I went and got myself another one. Yes, me, my own. And I got exactly the same knife, because it came up and it was just too good to let it go. Exactly the same blade, same tools. I want to keep this as my channel knife, and it's going to sit up sort of there in my videos now. It's going to be the channel knife, and I'm going to use this one. This one has Magna Cut steel, which Heine Haynes, all the ones in Heine Haynes at the minute are in Magna Cut. Look at that beautiful grind on it. Lovely big grind at the top here. Razor blade, absolute razor blade. Love these. It's a thick stock. I'm saying razor blade, but it's not razor blade as in thickness. It's a thick working knife. It's not a little delicate point. You can pry, do whatever with it, although I don't advise that. I do it, but I don't advise it. But a beautiful knife, taken down to a nice, not a completely, utterly thin. It's very, very sharp, and it'll cut, and it will slice to a degree that will definitely suit me. I don't need it to do any better. It is beautiful and easy to use one-handed. So there you go, folks. That is my green and my orange knives. Baxter's blades, sorry I didn't get in, and for everybody else who's been putting them up, I'll try it to get into more often. That's as best as I can tell you at the minute. Life is just throwing a few things my way, and I just deal with them as they come. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.